Cam Newton's Auburn offense was a once-in-a-lifetime force, built around his size, speed, and power that made him unstoppable in the college game. With Cam at the helm, his power spread became the most feared attack in college football, blending QB runs with explosive passing to dominate defenses. In today's video, we're breaking down 6 of the best plays you can run in this Cam Newton scheme. We'll go step by step through each play, showing the reads against every coverage and the adjustments you need to shred man, zone, and blitzes. And if you want to expand the scheme even further, I've got 10 more plays from our Cam offense live right now on Scheme Kings. Then stick around till the end because we're going to take this Cam Newton spread into a live game to see just how dangerous it can be in college football 26. Then remember, this Gators playbook isn't a one-off. It's a part of our full power spread offense in college football 26, all built out of the Kansas playbook. So you can run this alongside our Tim Tebow Florida offense and our Vince Young Texas offense, and all 3 can be used as one giant scheme. Now I'll link the full playlist down below so you can check everything out. In 2010, Cam Newton delivered one of the most legendary seasons in college football history. He led Auburn to an undefeated season, a national championship, and captured the Heisman Trophy in dominant fashion. Newton threw for nearly 3,000 yards and 30 touchdowns while adding 1,400 rushing yards and 20 more scores on the ground. A one-man wrecking crew that no defense could contain. And so every offense needs a star play, something that can dominate every coverage and put the ball in the hands of its best player. For us, that is going to be Shakes at a pistol strong slot open. This is an incredible play that has answers for every single coverage in the game. It can be man, shred any zone for big plays all over the field. Then it can deliver one-play touchdowns against cover 3, making it nearly unstoppable. To set this up, come out with your 2-receiver side to the wide side of the field, then take your running back on the wide side and put him on a streak. All right, guys, so starting out with the play Shakes, an absolutely incredible play. And the thing I love about this play is the amount of options it gives us. It's not maybe the best ever zone beater. It's not the best one-play touchdown. It's not the best man beater, but it does all of them at a very high level. So you can go to the line and know if it's cover 3, we can bomb them. If it's man coverage, we have really good options. If it's zone coverage, we have really good options. So that is what makes this play so good. So first against zone, basically we either are looking for the running back up the seam or high-lowing the flat defender. So this is just kind of our base zone call. If they're running cover 4 drop, if they're running cover 3, but the one-play touchdown isn't there, or if they're in some sort of cover 2 variation. So basically we can look to the outside and we can high-low the flat defender. We can have the running back in the flat here, or we have our C routes going up over the top. So as soon as we see these flat defenders staying shallow, we can just drop either of the C routes on either side of the field in along the sideline, drop it right in there, 3rd and 6, pick up an easy first down. Now, if the flat defenders are dropping way back, getting underneath these C routes, then we have our running back in the flat. Really easy option. Drop it in right there. 4th and 6 this time, and we're able to pick up the first down. The other option against zone coverage is the running back up the seam. So what you're going to see is this Z post is going to pull the linebackers back, and then this running back is going to come in behind him, and we can just drop this in. So that's if you don't want to attack the outside, we have something in the middle of the field. So they're bringing a bit of a pressure off the edge here. We see the Z post pushes this hook defender back. The user stays shallow, and now our running back just comes up the seam underneath that Z post. Just drop it right there. 14 yards out, we get that down to the 1-yard line. Then, like I said, the other incredible thing about this play is the built-in cover 3 1-play touchdown. So this is going to be cover 3, and we're just going to pause it right here. So what's going to happen if you want to hold the ball versus cover 3? The backside C route here is going to pull down the backside corner. Our running back on the seam route is going to hold that safety in the middle of the field. And now this slot Z post is just going to get up over the top, and we can bomb cover 3 for a walk-in 1-play touchdown. The user even sees that on this time and isn't able to react fast enough to actually run with that route. Then our last part of this play is going to be against man coverage. And we really have 3 good routes against man coverage. We can go to either the C routes as they break to the outside, or we have the Z post over the middle if he gets separation in the middle of the field. So we're going to drop back here. And we're going to look. We're going to have both our C routes breaking to the outside. We see this one. This guy's covered here, but we see nice separation here as he breaks to the outside. And if we hold the ball a little bit longer, this Z post can also clear the flat of his man coverage in the middle of the field and be a nice deeper option. Now, we don't have great shallow options here against man coverage, but some really good deeper options if they do switch it up and run man, drop that C route up along the sideline for a nice game. Now, Cam Newton's greatest weapon at Auburn was his dominance in the design QB run game. At 6'6" and 250 pounds, he was a nightmare for defenses. Powerful enough to truck linebackers, but agile enough to make defenders miss in the open field. Auburn's power spread thrived on putting the ball directly in Cam's hands, forcing defenses to commit extra bodies to the box. Alongside him, running back Michael Dyer was a dangerous complement, providing explosive speed and balance in the backfield. Together, they formed a 1-2 punch that made Auburn's run game nearly impossible to stop. So the first run play we're looking at is jet power read to empty base. This play all starts with a jet motion across the field, and once the receiver comes across, he becomes the power read player. Here we're going to read the defensive end on the line of scrimmage, and if the end stays wide, chops his feet and plays the QB, then we can hand the ball off to the running back and attack the edge where we can get a ton of big yards. Then if the end crashes outside on the running back, Newton keeps the ball and follows his lead blocker inside for big pickups. Okay, so now we're looking at our power read run. Now this is all about reading this read icon player on the line of scrimmage. And basically what happens here, it's a user, but if he stops his feet or comes up field and plays the running back, then we just want to hold the ball, keep it with our QB. We're going to have a pulling guard coming around who's going to be the lead blocker, and we just want to cut in behind him, get up field, multiple lead blockers out in front, and we're able to get into the end zone. Here's another one. Read this read icon player, and I want you to see what he does here. See how he chops his feet and then goes up to the running back? That means we're going to keep it with our QB. We're going to have our pulling guard, cut up field. We see a nice cutback lane here, nasty spin move, turn that into a 15-yard gain. But the great part of this as well is if this defensive end, see how his first step is on the inside here? He actually steps downhill. Once we see him step downhill like that, then we want to just hand this ball off to the outside to our running back. We're going to have multiple blockers out in front, turn it upfield, turn that into a 10-yard gain. Watch the running back. See how he takes that first step inside? When we see that first step inside, that means he's playing the QB, and we can hand this ball to the running back, turn the corner, nice block on the edge. Oh, if we make that guy miss, we are gone. But that's the jet power read. Really nice play call there. Use our QB in the run game and can get out on the edge. Then our second run play is going to be orbit triple option at a pistol strong slot open. This triple option begins with an orbit motion across the formation, stressing the defense horizontally. From there, we read the defensive end. If he crashes, Cam keeps the ball and works into the open field with the orbit motion man as his pitch option. This creates a layered attack that puts defenders in constant conflict and can lead to explosive gains on the ground. Okay, orbit triple option. So I always like to run this to the wide side of the field. Our slot receiver is going to orbit all the way around, and then he's going to become our pitch option on the outside. So first, read the read icon player. If he crashes down right here, crashes down on the inside, we want to keep it. Now we're also going to have our other running back being a lead blocker on this play, which is really nice. He should have picked up the user there, but whatever. Then we're going to get out on the edge, and we're going to have our pitch option right here. So as soon as we suck all the defenders to the inside, look at that. We suck 3 defenders inside to us. We can pitch it out to our pitch man. Nobody there, and we are just off to the races. Walk in touchdown. Here's one on the goal line. Read the read icon player. He crashes down. We see the user sees this play and jumps to the outside. Then right here, we see we're able to suck the corner inside, the safety down, and our pitch man is wide open on the outside. Flip it out right there. Walk in touchdown once again. Now, sometimes they're going to get aggressive on the pitch man, and that's where we can just actually keep it with our QB. So read icon player crashes. Look how aggressive the user gets playing the pitch man. He actually just pulls himself out of the play here, but that's fine. Now we can just keep it with our QB. Juke inside, make 2 people miss, spin, pick up 12 yards. Here's another one. Read icon player crashes. User gets really aggressive playing to the outside. Here, I actually could have pitched it to him and he might have been gone, but I'll also have a huge lane right up the middle with my QB, turn that into a 10-yard gain. Then the last part of this play is if they overload the edge just isn't open. We see right there, they're just not really giving us the pitch. Then hand it off to our running back, get downhill, make a guy miss, and we walk in for the score. So there's the orbit triple option. Very, very good play call. And once Cam got the run game rolling, defenses were forced to sell out to try to stop him. That's when the Auburn offense became even more dangerous, opening up the field with play action. With defenders biting down, Cam could use his massive arm to punish defenses deep and spread the ball to every part of the field. So the play we're looking at here is orbit PA wheel at a pistol strong slot open. This play starts with that same orbit motion as our triple option, pulling users and linebackers down into the box. From there, Newton has multiple deep options attacking down the field, making it extremely tough to defend. For the adjustments, come out with your 2 receiver side to the wide side of the field, then take your outside receiver on the wide side and put him on a streak. All right, so orbit PA wheel. Now the great thing with this orbit PA wheel is it is the same motion as our orbit triple option. And we already seen in that orbit triple option how aggressive users will get coming downhill to try to take that pitch away. Well, what this play does is it uses the same motion. We have a play action fake. It looks identical, but now we're getting vertical down the field off of that route. So run that orbit triple option a few times first, really get them guessing. Look at the user jumps down, then we're going to wait, and our running back just gets up the seam right here. So kind of that's the first part of this play. We're waiting for the running back to get up the seam. If the flat defender bites down on our option route, then we can just fire this in up the seam. Huge gain down the field, try a little hurdle, and we get a really nice gain. The other way we can run this is we're going to run our orbit triple option. If everybody is playing back, so the flat's playing back, the hook's playing back, and we're getting pressure, we can quick throw this route. We can quick throw the running back. You don't have to wait till he turns up field and gets up the seam. As soon as he starts to turn his head, you can quick throw this if the flat's staying back and just get that quick yards up the field. Okay, another variation here. Guys going to come around. We're going to run our play action. And now we're dropping back and we see a man defense. So they have a man player staying over top of our wheel, taking it away. They have a man player coming down and taking our orbit player in the flat. So what we have is our backside dig coming in the middle of the field. And this is going to be our next option. So, backside dig, really good versus man, or if the linebackers are all leaving the middle of the field to take the orbit or take the running back up the seam, that's where we want to go to that backside dig. Then we have 2 kind of underneath options on this play if our deeper stuff is taken away. So we run our play action fake, trying to wait for that seam, and the seam is kind of taken away. We have and the flat's getting way back. We can check it down to our orbit player right here. 2nd and 11, we make a couple guys miss and we're able to actually turn that into a first down there. Or our other one is after the play action fake, if everything's covered deep, we have either our orbit in the flat or we have our other running back sitting or hooking up. We actually see here too, if we wait half a second longer, look how open this seam is. We're going to pass this user and we could have dropped it there, but 2nd and inches, I check it down to the running back and we're able to pick up the first down. So those are our 4 options on this play. Make sure you run that off of our orbit triple option, really set it up first. Then if you're loving what you're seeing so far with this Cam Newton offense, we've got 5 more videos with 10 more plays waiting for you right now on Scheme Kings to take it to the next level. We're talking about deadly new run plays, ways to beat both man and zone coverages, and more explosive shots to push the ball down the field. Then we also have a ton more on the site for this whole power spread offense with my Tim Tebow scheme and my Vince Young offenses up, along with a whole nother mini scheme on the site, all run out of the Kansas playbook. Then we also have all of our Madden content live on the site released, plus a ton more for college football 26, like my full Georgia Bulldogs defense that's up right now. If you want to check out the site, I will link it down below. Then Cam Newton had one of the strongest arms in the history of football, and in college he was simply on another level. He could launch the ball to any part of the field, forcing defenses to cover every blade of grass. Though Auburn's receiving core wasn't filled with household names, players like Darvin Adams at wide receiver and their big tight end Philip Lutz played pivotal roles in their national championship run. So the play we're looking at here is dig curl read out of empty base. This is one of the best deep shots in the entire game. The tight end route from the slot is almost unguardable, turning into a one-play bomb against cover 3 and cover 2 defenses, while also giving us multiple other really good options across the field. To set this up, come out with your trips to the wide side of the field, take the middle slot receiver and put him on a streak, then take the backside outside wide receiver and put him on a comeback. All right, guys, so dig, curl, read, and this is truly maybe the best deep shot I have used in the game so far. It is incredible. This inside tight end kind of seam route is just absolutely stupid. So against cover 3 or cover 2, it is just an absolute cheat code. So watch this route right here. This is going to be cover 3. He's going to get down the field and he just bends it to the perfect area of the field. Our backside route is going to hold down this backside corner. This streak here is going to hold the safety in the middle of the field. And as soon as this route clears this guy, we can just bomb it right here. Just drop the ball right there. If you have any speed with your tight end, you're going to be able to beat these guys to the corner. There's a walk-in 82-yard touchdown. Here, running it from midfield right here, boom, same thing. Comeback's gonna hold this player down. Middle safety is gonna get held in the middle of the field, and we can just bomb cover 3 right down that seam. And the great thing with this that makes it so good, as opposed to something like a deep post or a Z post coming from the opposite side of the field, this happens so fast. This route gets to the area of the field we need it to. He's just running a streak down the field. You basically can't have a faster one-play touchdown because he's not trying to come all the way from the other side of the field. And that's what makes this play so good. Now against cover 2, we can split the safeties and get right down the middle of the field. Look at this. So safeties are going to stay wide because of the comeback and the streak. As long as they don't have a mid-read player that's staying on top of you, if you have a step on these linebackers in the middle of the field, we see all of them are chasing, we can just split the 2 safeties and bomb them right here in between those linebackers. We make a guy miss and we are gone. Now, it's not always going to be a one-play touchdown against cover 2. Sometimes those safeties will be able to come over, but it is just going to be a huge gain almost every time, splitting the safeties. Here's another one where we get over the top of kind of a match coverage. So that was splitting the safeties versus cover 2. Here against match coverage, if they match on the outside and the middle linebacker is responsible for our guy in the middle, so these guys all match, the middle linebacker is responsible to try to run with our safety, and we're able to just beat them up the field. You know, if that match is slow reacting, then it can be a one-play touchdown versus match as well. Now, for the rest of our options, we still have really good options if this is taken away. So on this one, they decide to run sort of a man match. Now, if they're running match here, the linebacker matches, the safety stays, that's fine. Now we have either the comeback breaking down, we have the whip breaking out, or we have the backside dig breaking in over the middle of the field. So we have all 3 of these options. Here we see, we just wait, we see the dig breaking over the middle, fire that in, drop it in for a really nice gain. And then we can also high-low the backside with our comeback and our whip. So right here, they take away the dig curl read, this the seam ball. We have our backside comeback, throw as he breaks back to the ball, drop that in for a nice gain. Or we also can, you know, if the flat defender blitzes here, linebacker stays in the middle of the field, we can throw that whip if they have nobody in the flat, and we can drop that in, and we're able to score a touchdown. So that's dig curl read, guys. One of the absolute best plays in the game. All right, guys, now we're going to hop into some gameplay and go through maybe 3 to 4 drives, depending how long they take, using this Cam Newton Auburn offense. Here's a look at the lineup I'm using for this scheme. Okay, we're starting off on defense, just got a pick. So now we are going to get into our offense. So like I said, we're going to go maybe 3 to 4 drives, just depending how long they take. And yeah, just going to be mostly showing you the offense. Now, I also am mostly going to be using the plays that we broke down in this video, but I might mix in a few plays that we utilize on Scheme Kings as well, so you'll see that sprinkled in. Going to start with this orbit triple option. I always like to start with a run play or an RPO whenever I start up against a new opponent, because I want to see what kind of scheme are they running. What are they bringing to the table? We get on the outside, flip it. Oh, that was kind of a bad pitch where it led him too far back. Lost some yards there. It looked like he was running straight man coverage there. So we obviously do have some good options against man coverage. Shakes can be a really good option. You know, our Z post in the middle of the field, our 2 corner routes, our 2 C routes on the outside. And then obviously if they do actually run zone, this is going to be a great option. Still running man. We have our running back out of the backfield. The linebacker was trying to come across from the other side of the field. Well, that was kind of a little bit of a match blitz. So we'll go shakes one more time. I like having a play that works, you know, really well against man and zone, especially early in a game when you're still trying to figure out exactly what he's trying to do. Okay, this could be cover 3, and if it is, we might be able to bomb him here. Yeah. Oh, I kind of ran into my guy, or that would have been yes. Okay, I ran my receiver there on that Z post, just ran into the safety for half a second, which slowed him down just enough that I wasn't able to score there, but we get a big gain down the field. Now we're going to go jet power read. So really good run play where we can read this defensive end, either keep it with our running back or our QB up the middle, or hand the ball off to the outside. So, oh no, it's switched to the wrong guy. We're going to keep it. Okay. So our read defender got switched there, kind of mess with that play, but that's fine. Want to get this run game going a little bit here. Let's try the orbit triple option again. Both our passes have been good. Our runs have been kind of stuffed so far. Bring our orbit around, read this read option player. He's using that guy. Oh, I got a little lucky there. That was a little bit risky of a pitch. Okay, so he's doing a decent job of containing the run, but we've kind of got whatever we want passing the ball. So we're going to go back to shakes here. He's been getting super aggressive on the triple option as well. So that means we can go to that orbit triple option kind of pass play that uses that same motion, probably be able to really affect the user. We can try that on the next drive. Okay, we got shakes. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're just going to go to them to the running back, get those yards in the flats. Oh, I would have liked AP to break a tackle there. Okay, 4th and 4. We are going to go for this. We're going to use empty base. We're going to do Y cross. Now, this is a setup I go over on Scheme Kings. Y cross, one of my favorite concepts in the game. Really good versus man, really good versus zone. Really like it versus out of empty as well. So right away, this is looking like straight man coverage to me. Let's see. No, not man. And we have our tight end on the crosser. Boom, drop it in. I think that was actually a match zone there. Yeah, so really nice drive. You got to see one play off Scheme Kings as well. So we're going to do at least, probably 2 more drives with this O. All right, so the next game, he went down and scored on his first drive. So we're going to come out on our drive to open the game here. Down 7-0, but going to go put some points on the board. So start out with our run. Let's try to get our jet power read going. We're running it to the wide side here. We're going to read this defensive end. Yeah, we're just going to let him get to the outside here. Break a tackle. There we go, AP. Oh, broke another one. Spin. Oh, there we go. So run game started off with a bang. Let's see what kind of coverage he was in there. He was running quarters. We didn't really get to run our dig curl read in that first game on that first drive. So let's see if maybe he mixes up his coverage here and we can get something going here. Obviously, our tight end up that middle of the field is our go-to. Yeah, look at that right there. Drop that in. It is legitimately one of the best plays in the game, guys. It is so hard to stop. Any cover 3, cover 2, we can just absolutely murder them right down the seam. We're going to go over one more drive now. Okay, so his offense has been good. He's able to go down and score again, but we are coming out. Let's go to our pistol and we're going to try to get our orbit triple option going here. He's really loading the box here. This might open up the outside run game. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to pull, flip. Oh, just not able to get that corner there. Okay, let's go orbit PA wheel. Hopefully he just gets aggressive coming downhill. This is a little risky. We definitely don't want to take a safety here. That would not be good, but we're looking for the running back up the seam is our go-to option here. Yeah. Right up the seam, running back. There we go. Good job. Okay, so we get that down to 3rd and 3. We're in a nice spot here because we are going to go to dig curl read. Let's see if we can bomb him once again. And then even if it's an incomplete or whatever, we're able to still, go for it on 4th down. Now, if it is a quick blitz here, I'm going to go right down to our whip. Yeah, we're just going to go to our whip underneath. There we go. Break a tackle. That should be a first either way, though. Yeah, that's a first. Okay, we're just going to go same call. So, he did run mid-blitz there, so I'm not going to wait for that streak. I'm just going to get that ball out of my hands there. Now, this could be mid-blitz again. His safety. Okay, now he's rotating. Let's see. Yeah, touchdown. Boom. Dig curl read with our tight end right down the seam. Legitimately one of the best plays in the entire game, guys. Just learn that play. It is so freaking good. So there it is, guys. 3 really good drives using that Auburn Cam offense. So with just what you've got here, you already have an incredible scheme for this Texas offense, but don't forget we've got 10 more plays up right now on Scheme Kings that will take this Cam attack to a whole new level. And if you want a full breakdown of this entire power spread offense, where we cover the big picture philosophy, talk about the legends like Tim Tebow and Cam Newton, and we walk through all the personnel you want to use, then you can check out the intro video for the offense right here.